What are my rules when day trading, and what did I change in my system to become consistently profitable? I'm gonna talk about it in this video, so stay tuned. So if you guys are new to this channel and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Help me help you if you're a long-time subscriber. Thanks for watching. So I want to talk about today what rules I'm using and what I've changed in the last 3 to 4 months that has helped me become more profitable or more consistently profitable. How did I become consistently profitable, and what rules do I use every single day? Some of those rules I'm going to talk about in this video. Number one rule is to not be greedy. I talk about this all the time. Bears and bulls make money in the stock market, but pigs get slaughtered. That's a very simple idea. If a stock is going up, it's going up, 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 it's just going higher and higher. There's a point where it's just like, okay, this is insane. This is nothing but greed now. There's a big chance the stock's gonna crash, and I don't wanna be the last guy sitting here holding the bag. So I'm gonna take profit when I got it. If I go into a trade, if I get a 40, 50 cent jump and the stock's, starting to find some resistance, I'm gonna take. The number one rule really is to keep your greed in check. It's very, very easy to get overly greedy, to want a big win, to get into a trade and say, hey, I'm gonna take profit when it goes up $1. And the stock goes up 80 cents and you're like, well, I only need 20 more cents, and all of a sudden the stock's crashing. You have seconds, there's only seconds sometimes. The stock goes up and you only have a split second to take profit. And sometimes you might be up $1,000 and all of a sudden it drops and you're only up $100. And now you're like, well, I was up $1,000, so I'm gonna keep holding. And then before you know it, it's going down, down, down. You really just cannot be greedy when you're day trading. You gotta set your goals, go into the day with a realistic goal. If you have a $10,000 account, be happy with making $200, $300 a day. It's so simple. Another rule that I'm focused on right now is figuring out when is good to trade for you. Are you better at trading early in the morning, pre-market, right before open, at open? Are you better at trading intraday? Are you better at trading at the end of the day? Do you find that you're better at finding the overall trend once it's actually set up? Or are you better at buying the dip? Are you better at buying the breakout? Find that strategy and focus on it. If you find that, in the morning, a lot of times you get into a trade, it doesn't work out and you cut your loss, and then later on it goes higher, figure out what's going on there and focus on that. If you're not having good luck with those fast movers, stay away from them. Find different situations, different setups that work best for you. Every different trader is gonna have their own kind of strategy. It's all the same kind of strategy, the way we trade, but different people trade different ways. I know people who are really good at trading kind of the overall intraday trend. I know guys who are really, really good at trading that open spike. I know guys who are really good at trading the close. So just kind of figure that out. There's no right or wrong way to do it as long as you're profitable, and that's really what it's about when you're day trading. My third rule is, this kind of goes back to number one, but not the third. If it's too good to be true, it normally is. If a stock is up 1,000%, don't think that's gonna go up 2,000%. Stay away from stocks that are just too crazy. I know it's easy to be like, wow, this stock's going up, it's going up, it's going up. I can jump in, I can take profit really quickly and get out, but the problem is you might get in right before it crashes. There's always gonna be another big mover coming. If you can't get in early enough, and it comes down to the idea that you're chasing. If you're chasing a stock, if you feel like you're chasing, if you feel like a stock's already ran up too much, it probably has, so just stay away from it. It's better just to stay away, to play safe. And I think if you look at the bigger picture, if you're looking at the overall picture when you're day trading, if you're looking at the yearly plan, at the end of the year, when you're up, 100% in your account and you've made a ton of money, you're not gonna look back at those stocks that were up 1,000% that you didn't trade. You're gonna look back and be like, wow, I had a really good year. I grew my $1,000 account to $20,000 and I had a good year. I had, consistently green days. And that's really what it's all about. So if it's too good to be true, stay away from it. I've really been focusing on that. If I see a stock that's just going crazy, I'm like, I'll hold off on that one. Number 4, if it doesn't work out, cut your loss. If you get into a trade and you're like, hey, this is my plan, I'm on a short right here at 280 and I want this thing to go to $2. Well, if you get into it and it's short at 280, it starts to go up, hits $3, you need to get out. Just cut your loss. Do not force trades. If you're in a trade and your plan is to short at 280 and you want it to go to $2, it doesn't work out, it starts to go to $3, $3.20, $3.40, $3.50, you gotta cut your loss, get out of the trade. The worst thing that can happen is if it goes higher and higher and you don't cut your loss, you're stubborn, and you force yourself to cover $1,000 higher, it's just not a good idea. The best thing to do really is just cut your loss, If it starts to come back, if it starts to turn the other way, it turns the way that you want it to, then short it again. But the last thing that I want to do is get into a trade and be stubborn and force it and end up losing a ton of money because I can't accept that I was wrong. That's really the one thing I think about. When you're day trading, there's always a chance that you're going to be wrong. Even if you're 100% sure that a stock has bad news, that a stock's going to crash, there's still a chance that something crazy could happen. I've seen stocks that have really bad news that everybody says it's going to crash, and the next day it goes higher and higher. So do not try to force the trades. If it goes against you, just cut your loss and move on. The rule right now that I'm really focusing on is not over trading. I know I do it. I see the videos sometimes, the live streams. You guys call me out for it, but I've been trying to work more and more on it. Really just kind of focusing on that first 30 minutes of the day, taking profit when I got it, and not over trading. I find myself, really racking up commissions, going crazy, trading, over trading, making 20, 30 trades in a day, and I'm like, what did I just do? And then I look back at it, and I'm like, that was a really bad idea. I should have just taken profit when I had it this morning. If I'm up $200, $300, I just need to be done. Let it be. If it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out. Normally my best days, literally the best days that I ever have are the days where it's just like too easy, where I just buy a stock, it goes higher and higher, and I make $1,000, $500 in that first 30 minutes. My worst days normally are the days where I try to force it, where I try to trade all day long, where I try to make multiple trades back to back to back, and I don't really have a real plan. So if it doesn't work out, just walk away and just focus on that. But really, it's just important to not be greedy, to not try to force trades, to not overtrade, and just kind of focusing on those small gains every single day. If you watch my videos trading the $1,000 account and seeing how I grew the $1,000 account from $1,000 to $3,500 in the last 2 weeks, if you watch those videos, I'm just taking profit. I'm up $100, take profit. I make $100 every single day. It grows really fast. So you don't need to hit home runs all the time. You don't need to make $1 million in your first year day trading. You just need to be consistently profitable. And over time, it'll grow and grow and grow and compound. Before you know it, you'll have $1 million. But it just takes time. You got to get there first. You got to go the long way. It's not always just right to it. And on that note, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Help me help you. Every new subscriber puts another penny in my pocket. Thanks for that, guys. Talk to you guys later.